Whew. Just a few days ago, I came back from Boston, and I'm still digesting of what happened there. It's been a race, and the race went incredibly well. I didn't even expect that it's gonna go that well, because the amount of training, the volume, and the way it was going, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough for this kind of fitness and the level that turned out to be in Boston. To me, marathon race, it's really crazy to think about when you're training for so many weeks, week after week, grinding those long runs, tempos, like suffering during this speed work, trying to do all the right things with nutrition, with the sleep, with the recovery, 14 weeks, 15 weeks, 18 weeks, whatever your program is, only to be able to be at the best of your abilities on the race day for 42.2 kilometers or 26.2 miles. Be able to push as far as you can. It's just incredible to think about it. So that's why I'm looking at marathon day, race day, to like as a celebration, because I love this day. It's a feeling of anticipation, of joy, that I want to see how my body is, how I'll be able to perform, and that's just an incredible feeling, because you are as fit as you can be today at this particular moment. The marathon day is a celebration, guys. Celebration. Train for it. Ready for it. Start in 4 minutes. Super stoked. Super excited.
Very successful third annual 100
yeah. I'm so happy. 12 months later, I'm here. I'm healthy, ready to go. Not for PB, but still to enjoy it. I'll go for it. I'll enjoy it.
Not the least of which I want to mention our
Going back to Boston 2026. So my time is 3 hours, 5 minutes and 27 seconds. This wasn't the time that I was planning for. I was thinking that I'm capable to run between 3:05 and 3:10, but I wasn't training enough to be able to do that. And my Garmin was very skeptical. It was giving me 3 hours and 23 minutes. I don't remember what Strava was predicting my marathon event to be, but it also not very optimistic. However, I felt pretty good and pretty strong. Well, as strong as I could be. It wasn't going really well in terms of training all the time, because if I look back, I only started training in January, and I wasn't able to do this, the tempo and speed work without holding back, because that lingering injury, although it wasn't lingering already, but it's just that in my conscious it was always a fear of re-injuring. It was just so recent. I thought I should be very careful and hold back to make sure it's gradual and I don't make any problem for myself. So January, February, March, and April, just the beginning of April, that's all the trainings. I was trying to make myself as fit as I could be. And the objective was simple, to be able to run injury-free, not to re-injure myself, to be able to test and see how I feel, and as a stepping stone for the future race, which is going to be my prime race this year. Later this year, which I'm planning to run Berlin Marathon. So the Berlin will be my prime race, but this one was simply in order to finally get that feeling of that race feeling, because I haven't been racing since December 2024. That was my last marathon, Honolulu Marathon. So this time, it's been a while. It's been a while since I had that feeling. So I didn't know what I'm capable of. So the whole idea was just to see how I'm at on the race day. And just 3 weeks out, I felt some sensitivity in my foot, and I kind of was a bit concerned and a bit even scared that what if I overdid something, because I did the long run to CN Tower from my home, 35 kilometers, simulating the downhill, and I injected the tempo segments 8 kilometers at my supposed marathon pace. I didn't use my race shoes then, I just used my simple trainers, and even though I felt well, in the evening I started to feel something and I had to stop running next week. Almost didn't do anything, did very little at the end of the week, just a few easy runs. So it was my just 24 kilometer week after first week where I was able to make over 100. So then the next 2 weeks, right before the race, I started to feeling not too bad. I started to feeling that it's going away. So I started to feel optimistic, and I made a few faster tempo runs just to be back in that race, just to try to get back to that race feeling. So I was aiming to run at 4:25 race pace, and looking ahead, with the time I was able to do in Boston, I raced at 4 minutes and 22 seconds per kilometer on average. So yeah, the whole race I enjoyed it. The weather was perfect. I couldn't wish for better weather. It was under 10 degrees, about probably 5 or 6 degrees in the morning, warming up to 10 degrees by the time we were finishing the marathon. It was sunny, and if there was a wind, the wind was to our back, so it was really, really good to race that day. It was simply amazing. We got lucky with the weather. And I found that this year our organization was improved, and we got much more efficient to the start line, and they had more waves this time. And during that walk from Athletic Village to the start line, they even had different lanes for different corrals. So yeah, I found that it was much improved. So I started the race as I was planning to, pretty controlled, trying not to rush, not to give and let my gravity pulling me to faster paces, because it's downhill at the beginning. So, and tried to be about 4:20, 4:25 on average. Again, with the race shoes, Alpha Flies that I was racing in, it felt so easy. One thing I did new for this race, I used the beetroot juice. So I thought maybe it's gonna help me with feeling easier during the race day, and it really did. So I was drinking it for 5 or 6 days in a row just to train my gut, and my gut loved it. So early morning, just about 3 hours before the race, I had about 400 milliliters of that juice. And I don't know if that helped, or overall I was very rested. I had 2 great nights with a great rest. So that race that I started, 5 kilometers, went smooth, and then it kept on like that. So I felt very good. I didn't push to threshold level, just probably about 85% of my threshold feeling. And yeah, it was going well. So I thought to break it down to mentally to different sections. That's why the whole race flew by. I wasn't ever feeling that, oh, okay, I will there yet. Only in the end, after already I crossed the Heartbreak Hill. But then those multiple sections, I already knew the course. I visualized everything. I tried to study it as much as possible, considering my last year's experience as well. So I knew where the major hills are and major drops, and I decided to pace myself accordingly, and also program my Race Pro in my watch accordingly, which I was supposed to finish at 3:07 according to the paces, but I was able to run faster than those. So the hardest part was so the plan was just to get to the top of the Heartbeat Hill relatively fresh as I could be, without pushing to that point, and then just try to race it from there. But when I got there, I felt my legs were quite tired, more tired than I was hoping for. So I decided just to continue cruising, and by that time I already banked about 2.5 minutes extra time. So I knew that I have a great chance to finish at 3:05, which was my A goal, 3:05. So I knew it's not going to be sub 3. I didn't train for that. So 3:05 would be my absolutely best time that I would be very, very happy. So I just cruised along, and my quads started to kind of scream at me. So about 6 kilometers, I had to endure quite a bit of pain in my quads, and some also went to my hips. However, I knew that I just need to hold on to the space, and it's all going to be really well. And in the end of it, I felt like I could even try to go sub 3:05. I pushed a bit, but unfortunately underestimated the distance, and still very happy with 3:05 time. So yeah, overall I'm super happy about this race, how it went, the time, and the fact that I'm not injured. My foot didn't bother me at all during the whole time, and that's the greatest outcome. That after the finish line, I was able to walk without any issues, without limping, without feeling anything in my foot, without the plantar fasciitis by now is pretty much forgotten. So it's in the past. So I continue on doing my exercises to strengthen my feet daily. I never stopped, and yeah, that's the greatest result, greatest outcome. Looking back, how the race went, how easy I felt most of it, that is something that surprised me. So I think this is my best and easiest and most comfortable marathon yet. In my marathon running career, it's my marathon number 9. I felt the best during this marathon, and now, yeah, so I'm very optimistic that this will allow me to continue on and progress and improve this year. And finally, I'm very, very close to my 2024 shape. My next updates will be already about the training that I'm going to be doing for my Berlin build, which is going to start probably in a few weeks. And the plan is to start first to work more on strength training, because I noticed on my pictures from the marathon that my hips were dropping a little bit in the end. My form wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. So now I still need to do some more strengthening work to get faster. And then I'll probably start already main training block about 16 weeks out. So a few weeks on strengthening, then running and preparing for my Berlin marathon. My aspiration is to get to qualify to Tokyo World Championships, and I need to show really good and aggressive time in Berlin. See you in my next video, in my next updates, and soon I'm going to be posting my Boston 5K that I was able to film the whole race, 5K, as well as the full Boston Marathon, which has small gaps, and especially the most frustrating is the last 500 meters where my battery died. But it is what it is. I still was able to capture and film almost a whole Boston Marathon course. So whoever is interested to run on treadmill and watch the race, feel free, come back to my channel and watch that and enjoy that. All right, with that,